As I said, without samples, I just can't say, my sir. I am sorry.
I understand. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. I'm sorry I don't have better news.
There you are. Thank you for coming so quickly. I don't think that's the right word for it. Rhodus Trevian. I still remember when he was first hired in the trading post, similar to the way you were. Do you remember him? He led the caravan that was ambushed by those assassins. Rhodus was an urchin child from the Undercity, but unlike the others, he chose to fight his way out of his misery. Eventually, he made it into the sickle. He was a disciplined, honest young man. Yet despite all his ambition, he never sought to surpass his path. He was a good person, always striving, yet with deep respect for tradition. There aren't many young people like that these days. I still remember when I granted him the Sickles badge, 4 winters ago. He was so proud. I know it was you that brought it back to the trading post. I think it would have meant a lot to him, knowing that it isn't rotting somewhere in the desert sands. Suffice it to say, there has been a disquieting development. We've found traces of poison in some of the corpses. Traces of Chilean poison. The petrified are sellswords, pathless and despicable people. But in the end, they are weapons, tools. So the question we have to ask ourselves is, who sent them? You say that so lightly. I think it's about time you learn the whole truth about this cooperation between us and the Chileans. The reason the Blue Island Coalition is here is a bargain. Have you ever heard of the Green Scarabaeus, the idol of Morala? The goddess of Chile, yes. The Scarabaeus is made of a very rare gem that makes it one of the most valuable jewels in the civilized world. Well, as you might have figured, it was originally a Chilean who possessed it. Ralius Davul, to be precise, the founder of the Blue Island Coalition himself, and at that time, one of the richest men on Ven. Yes, I will spare you the details of how that came to be, but be assured that it was the result of hard and path-abiding work, something that is foreign to those dark-skinned cutthroats. However, the Blue Island Coalition contacted us about 6 moons ago, shortly after the Chilean Civil War was over. They want to buy the idol from us. A big one. Let's leave it at that. It is. To be honest, if circumstances were different, I would have never agreed. The fact that the Chileans, in all their greed, were forced to sell the symbol of their own goddess is almost an allegory for the way of living. But I suppose you also know that our country, Enderal, has seen better times. And of course, all those unfortunate developments in the past years have affected the sickle too. And before you ask, it is not as if we have to fear for our existence. But there are certain expenses we simply have to cover. In other words, we need the money. Yes. Have you ever been to the Undercity, the house of the apothecari? The pest house, as it is lovingly called. The sickle maintains it. And with the current economical situation, we might be forced to shut it down soon. We do our duty. That the sickle respects the righteous path is not just some dull phrase. And from this day, this land shall be your new home, and the threads of which Enderal's future shall be woven rest in your hands. Book 12, verse 93. Being of righteous path also means taking responsibility for society as a whole. Rhoda certainly helped me see the Undercity with different eyes, yes. But that's not all. Yes. You are. It was foolish. But we thought a regular caravan would be less likely to draw attention. It was a mistake. I'm responsible for many good men and women that are now dead, including Rhodas. But be that as it may, we owe it to them to find the one who did this. And if the Blue Island Coalition really is behind it, then... You're right, but we have to be sure. Correct. We have to reconstruct the poison, and that's why I need you. It's called Dural Van, and it's made of 3 substances. Netherland thistles, dust maggot stingers, and dawnflower extract. According to the apothecarius, the thistles can be found in Golden Forest, and the stingers anywhere in the Powder Desert. Dawnflowers don't grow in Enderal, so you might have to try your luck with one of the traveling merchants in Duneville. Here, this should cover your expenses. And you have my word. If you help the sickle in this matter, your reward will be generous. That's an admirable attitude. Here's a list of the ingredients. This should be self-evident, but still. Not a single word to the Kalayans, understood? Rash accusations without any evidence to back it up could prove, disastrous. Good luck, Protector. What about him? My relationship? What do you mean by that? Substitute son? By the righteous path, you say what is on your mind, I'll give you that. But truth be told, it's a welcome change from all those bootlickers who I usually deal with. Rhodas, You know, if I take a look at this world as it is these days, I see so many things going wrong. Hardly anyone still respects the righteous path, save for the usual verbiage. And for some reason, they all believe they deserve a good life without having to work for it. When I grew up, it was different. Yes, I was born a sublime, but I grew up knowing that our entire life is a trial. Walking the righteous path, it is a struggle, and it requires effort and discipline. Rhodas saw that. He kept on going despite his fate. In a way, he was the living proof that virtue and true path abidingness are not tied to condition, so to speak. But that doesn't mean I treated him any differently, and he would not have expected me to either. Whoever hired these sellswords will pay, no matter the price.
Monsieur?
Walk west.
Monsieur? Walk left. Sure. Where to?
Sand. Bloody stuff is everywhere. Weather. Now to have some pork chops. Sorry, ship's traveling forever.
Need some.
Huh? Dawnflower extract? Yes, I do indeed. It's a rarity these days, however. 110 pennies a vial. No negotiating. Perfect. A pleasure to do business with you.
Ahoy, friend. words, O path-abiding people of this holy city. A miracle
Yes?
has happened. A miracle that must have been due to its sheer glory.
Walk blessed. It's to see you.
Walk blessed, my sir.
Now look at that, if it isn't my new friend. What brings you here? Have you also been granted an audience by the most pleasant living person in the civilized world? Well, certainly not the fabled king of old Aranath. But yes, after 3 days of keeping me waiting, the great DeLorean has finally deigned to see me. I suppose I should feel honored. What brings you here? More errands? Oh, really? Fill me in. Wait a second. What? I see.
Walk blessed, my sir.
You miserable, two-faced bastard! Don't you have any respect?
I could ask you the same thing.
I just had a talk with your esteemed protector over here. Have I heard correctly that you seriously believe we have something to do with the ambush on your caravan?
We will talk about this later. And no, my Dame Onalis. What I believe is that there have been a series of peculiar coincidences, which we are investigating. No more, no less.
Peculiar coincidences. I see. As peculiar as the fact that you coincidentally forgot to inform us that the Scarabaeus has been stolen by a bunch of bandits?
Leave. Now.
The Blue Islands Coalition will learn of this accusation. Be sure of that.
One word. Why? A mistake. Listen to me. You have free will, and I respect that. But if you want to continue working for the Sickle, you will promise me here and now that something like this will never happen again. Else we part ways, understood? I don't want you to be sorry. I want you to think the next time you're about to do something as foolish as that. But I forgive you. Now, give me the ingredients for the poison. I will give them to the apothecarius at once. How does the saying go? Those who've lost the path shout the loudest. If there were nothing to our assumptions, she would have stayed calm. But still, we need to know for certain. The question is when. I assume Onalis will contact them by letter. But even if she hires a myriad courier to carry it, it will be days until the Kalayans get it. Until then, we won't know for sure. Here's your pay. You will hear from me once there's news. Yes?
Now get lost before I lose it.
My sir, I have a letter for you. A young woman, but I don't know her name. I'm sorry. Now excuse me, I have another delivery. Walk blessed.
They just sit on their asses and hope they... settle themselves. Potions, anything.
So, you came. I was already starting to wonder if that courier simply took off with the money. That would just perfectly round off my experience in this wonderful country.
Yeah, that should be it.
Take a seat and treat yourself. Drinks are on me. So...
Fool meets the
Work, work, work.
Some things never change.
let's cut to the chase. I want you to help me find the green Scarabaeus, the idol of Marala.
I appreciate you telling me the truth about what was going on back there. Most Enderalians seem to prefer talking behind each other's backs rather than to their faces.
You're one of the few men with character in this place, and that's refreshing. But then again, you're not even from here, so that explains a lot. In any case, the fact that the Scarabaeus has been stolen nullifies any potential business we could have done with the Golden Sickle. Simply put, there's no longer any reason for us to put up with Deloran and his complicated character. Oh yes, Chilean poison. The ingredients of which you could find here on Enderal in less than 2 days. So no, we didn't have anything to do with that ambush. Seriously, friend. If you were planning on maliciously murdering someone, would your plan include using his blood to smear your name all over his body? Come on. Even someone as prejudiced against us as Deloran should have seen the absurdity of it. Simply put, yes. But before you say anything, know that I have found out something else that changes the situation entirely. Deloran is holding something back from you. Something vital. Before I tell you what it is, however, I want your promise that you will help me. You think business. I like that. Rest assured, we pay better than the Sickle ever would. And if this ends our way, we will make sure it won't be to your disadvantage. Two things. Firstly, you will string Deloran along. He must not learn about our agreement until the very end. Just ignore his appeals. Secondly, from now on, the two of us will work together. in every way. That's what I wanted to hear. So, where do we start? Yes, right. DeLorean. We have reliable information that it was DeLorean who was behind the ambush. This entire show, it was planned. He wants to put the blame on us so that he can keep both the Scarabaeus and the money. Did you really just ask that? Because he, as you undoubtedly have learned by now, hates every Chilean in this world, no matter who they are. We are greedy scum, all of us. And because some idiot of a Chilean merchant somehow gambled away the idol of our goddess centuries ago to an Enderalian merchant, is to him the undeniable proof of our inferiority. Yes, he wants our money, but for no price on earth would he ever return the idol to us. I wish it were different. It would be so much easier if this place weren't swarming with idiots like him. An internal source. We don't know their name, but he or she knows too much to be an outsider. Pretty much. But I like to consider myself a person of reason, which is why I need to be 100% sure. This is where you come in. Our informant has told us that there is a small hideout near the harbor, which is where the assassins you fought off at the ambush site hide. I want you to go there and search their camp for something that proves the Sickle's guilt in this. It could be, yes, which is why I want you and no one else. You fought those scumbags before, and this time they won't be expecting you. Good. Here, I'll mark the location of the hideout on your map. Meet me here once you've found something. And thanks. I appreciate your help in this.
Oh, sure. Quite the damsel I am. But jokes aside, thank you. I mean it. Maybe once all this is over, we can catch up for a drink again. I'd like that.
For pathless writings and treasures, the earth opens up under your feet.
Foreigners.
Hello. Obvious, my son.
By the name of the sun, you!
Be careful, my sir. The streets aren't safe for yourself.
Time to come down here. Apparently the Relata's leader, the father,
Foreigners.
just disappeared. Promise
What?
A letter. Sarastraduli. I don't know what to say. Sodding bastards. But that also means they know that we know. Shit. What do we do now? Yes, that's it. Meet me in front of the trading post, 20 minutes sharp. Something they won't expect. Now that DeLorean knows that we could expose him, he'll make a move to dispose of us soon. I'm sure of that. And I did not intend to let that happen. Perfect. And be careful, okay? He might have already set his bloodhounds onto our trail.
And once their unburned bodies were thrown into a grave.
Foreigners.
A penny, my sir. Please, just one penny.
Can I help you? My sir?
Again, no one leaves this building until we have our money back. No one!
You're making a mistake, wench. I hope you know that.
Watch your tongue, boy. I'm sick of listening to you and your master's profanities. There you are. Sorry for starting this without you.
You?
Yes, him. What a surprise, isn't it?
You should be ashamed.
Is that so? And what for exactly? For having the spark of decency you Enderalian scum all seem to be lacking? Yes, I am. I am so sick of you people and your complete lack of respect. Until we have our money and the idol back, and your master is on his knees before me, begging us to forgive him, no one will leave this building without my explicit permission. At least not in one piece. A lesson. DeLorean is beyond learning anything, and we both know it. But as soon as I get the money and the Scarabaeus back, our business here will be done.
I've had enough. I'm leaving.
One step further and you can pick your guts up off the ground. I mean it. Put that away. Now! Are you deaf? Put that away! Please, my sir, don't force me to... Sarastraduli. You fucking scum! You'll pay for that! Ah! Oh shit, 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 shit! It was that guy's fault, damn it! He wanted it to happen, he provoked me. He wanted to kill me, for fuck's sake. We need to get out of here. Now. Away from the city. Anywhere. At least for me. Except for the people here. No one should know that you're involved. Alright. Alright. How do we do this? We can't go through the front door. We can't let anyone see us.
There must be another way. Come on, let's search this place. What is that? A trapdoor? Yes, that looks good. Let's go.
Then keep looking. She can't be far.
Understood, Commander. What do you want us to do when we have her?
Get her into the prison and then find out where she took Dalaran. He can't be far out of the city yet.
Understood.
Damn it. I don't think we can go through here. Honestly, I have no idea. The truth be told, right now I don't care much about that either. There might be, but that doesn't change the fact we can't make it out of this damn graveyard without those guards seeing us. There's no point. I have to turn myself in. You just heard them. They'll throw me into prison. Maybe that's our chance. You should go back to the crypt and wait for them to leave with me. Then you have to find a way to get me out of jail before they hang me. Hang me. You could easily forget that originally we only came here to do business. Saras Joduli. I hate this country. I don't know, damn it. Think of something. Sorry, it's just a lot to take in. All of this. Stupid as it may sound, I'm glad we're in this together. Now go back to the crypt, and then lay low for a while.
Good evening.
What do you want? The trading post? What? Of course. Yes. I will go see her at once.
Now look at that. You've come. I have to admit, I wasn't sure you would. Nothing I didn't expect. It seems someone kidnapped Deloran while that thing in the trading post happened. And they're completely adamant that the someone in question is me. I just don't get it. What? You mean someone else? A third party? No. No. Deloran did it. He must have. You've seen what he thinks of us. In his eyes, we're vermin. It just fits. Anyway, we need to get out of here. Suggestions? The first step would be to get this lovely thing here open. Wait. What's that? What is that? So... Uh-huh. See if the key fits. All right. Now I'm confused. What does that letter say? Show me. Unbelievable. Oh, by the name of the sun. Does this mean there's someone else behind all this? That what happened in the trading post was all for nothing? Yes, I know. I'm a little short-tempered sometimes, but I never wanted to kill them. Shit. This is crazy, all of it. But I think we should take a look at that theater. Whoever wrote this took Deloran. Chances are high that he or she has the Scarabaeus, too. Oh, really? What else do you want to do? Run? If there's even the slightest chance that the idol is in that theater, we need to take it. Yes, you go on ahead and stay silent.
Dijam O'Neillis's actions do not in the slightest reflect the spirit of the Blue Island Coalition, and we deeply regret what has happened. Nevertheless, you are obliged to return to the Coalition the money we paid for the idol, if you do not get it back soon. If you should recover it, however, we propose, as a token of our condolences, to pay an additional 10,000 Enderalian pennies. In addition, you may have O'Neillis, and try her by Enderalian law.
So, you're leaving her behind.
It is only appropriate in light of her actions. You've heard our offer. Think about it.
That is not for me to decide. You will hear from us shortly, my sir. Walk blessed.
By the name of the sun. I can't believe he just said that. Too well. Master Oolong. He's a big shot on Kilay. One of the elders, despite his age. Right. And they want to leave me behind. Let's push on. They'll notice I'm missing soon. That looks like a portal to me, doesn't it? Come on, you go first. Saras Jaduli. That's the idol. The green scarabaeus. Yeah.
My dames and my sirs,
I cordially welcome you to the last act of this magnificent play. For so long you felt the thrill. For so long you asked yourself the questions. What does the charming woman from Calais really pursue? How will Deloren react to the death of his beloved foster son? And what role will the mysterious and ambitious new protector play in all this? Guess what? A potion brewed from aesthetics woe. Don't worry, he's only unconscious. That is, for the moment. Oh, I will. Believe me. Just look where we stand. A trading post full of dead workers, a kidnapped guildmaster, and two of the mightiest trading guilds on the brink of tearing one another apart. And all due to mere suspicion. I had hoped things would turn out differently this time. I really did. But I suppose I was too naive. Again. Provoked? All I did was throw a piece of meat into the arena. The rest was done by the wolves. Namely, the Golden Sickle and the Blue Islands Coalition. Why, you ask? Because they're scum. Human scum, driven by greed, selfishness, and hatred. That is what all of those so-called merchants really are. What they hide behind their shiny, shiny smiles. Oh, there it is. The big question. But I fear the answer is simple. I want to see them burn. I want to see them burn, all of them. Together with their bloody bigotry and their never-ending thirst for gold. I want them to choke on it. I don't think they are. They are. Ask the countless lives they've destroyed. Ask the farmers they forced to sell their goods for nothing, because otherwise they would cease to exist. Ask about the bribing, the lying, and the complete disregard for humanity. You know, Protector, when I started with the sickle, I actually believed all this bullshit they kept rambling on about. I mean, path abidingness, success through hard work, integrity. And yes, I wanted to believe it. I really did. But the more I saw who they really were, the more I began to understand. The forces like the Sickle and the Coalition are what make the world the place it is. The forces led by people who don't care about anything but making money, and who would sell their own mothers if it would mean making a profit. Their lives revolve around one thing, and that is themselves. Are you really asking that? If you know one merchant, you know them all. They're selfish scum. And Calais, with their so-called culture, is the embodiment of what I just said. Greed, 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 wherever you look. It has poisoned their minds, and worse, they're proud of it. In the end, it was a coincidence. When I learned of the deal Deloren and the Coalition were planning, I knew the time had finally come. Of course you think that. You don't know the ugly parts of his past, the ones he didn't tell you about. What happened to the caravan was an accident. Nobody would have died if they would have just simply turned over the idol. But no, they just wouldn't. They had it coming. Ridiculous. I call it symbolic. I mean, look at it. lion and scorpion gathered around their prey, the idol. And here you are, the reckless fast climber, hungry for success and money, caught between two fronts. Oh, just drop the act, will you? I knew it the moment you walked through that door. Onalis, Deloran, Master Ulon, whatever they call themselves, I can recognize an egomaniac when I see one. You. All you care about is wealth and power, just like all of your kind do. Well, you're right. I don't, and I don't intend to. Believe me, I know what you are. No matter how you try to hide it, you're greedy scum, just like them. What? No, you all die. And together, you will paint a picture of justice unlike anything this city has ever seen. Mal Deloran, killed by Dejam Onalis, the beautiful yet reckless emissary of the Coalition, and her new ally, the Protector, the man Deloran was foolish enough to trust. Driven by hatred and greed for the fabled idol of Morala, the Protector helped Dejam kidnap Deloran and brought him into the prison, where they planned to execute him in a most gruesome fashion, to be left for everyone to see. But things got out of hand. As the Protector and Dejam returned to the theater, Deloran succeeded in escaping his shackles. What followed was nothing short of a massacre. The Protector, Deloran, and the beautiful emissary all dead. So, what will be the end of it all? This massacre. It will make people open their eyes. They will see these guilds for what they really are. Wolves. Greedy, pathetic scum. And together, they'll put an end to their miserable existence. Maybe, but maybe not. But it's worth a try. Alex, Deborah, kill them!
What? What the heck happened? Penny pouches? You mean that old man from the trading post? That is interesting. But it seems like you took care of it. What? Oh, no, I'm just worn out, I guess. The flight through the crypt, the prison, now this. I'm surprised you don't feel the same. Well, that's the question. I'm open to suggestions. Misunderstanding? If you ask me, everyone here got what they deserved. The racist asshole Deloran, penny pouches, Master Ulan. It's almost impressive how quick they were to abandon me to the guard. Probably hoped to save a few pennies that way. If anyone deserves the idol, it's me. We could share 50-50. Just imagine how much money that would be. Glad to hear it. Anyway, first we need to get out of here. I know a small hideout close to where we anchored when we got here. Come on, follow me. What? The quickest way would be via that digger city to the east. Duneville, or whatever they call it. I could lay low there until some merchant dares to cross the Red Sea again. Yeah, that'd be nice. I wouldn't mind some company. Maybe...
Oh, screw it. I've been waiting for this for too long.
What? What the heck happened? Penny pouches? You mean that old man from the trading post? That is... interesting. But it seems like you took care of it. Well, that's the question. I'm open to suggestions. Misunderstanding? If you ask me, everyone here got what they deserved. The racist asshole Deloran, penny pouches, Master Ulan. It's almost impressive how quick they were to abandon me to the guard. Probably hoped to save a few pennies that way. If anyone deserves the idol, it's me. We could share 50-50. Just imagine how much money that would be. But... fine. Maybe you're right. But first...
See. By the gods, what is it with these times? One tragedy follows another. Anyway, I suppose we owe you our thanks. You didn't simply take the idol and run for it. That truly does speak for your character. As for this Chilean woman, I guess she had it coming to her. Well, that remains to be seen. In any case, we have to get him to the next apothecarius as soon as possible, and get that poison out of his system. I've seen this kind of poison before, though. If not treated immediately, it might result in permanent damage. Let us pray that it won't this time. Probably flying back to Calais on his Black Mirror, I suppose. But he left the money, which is worth something. The trade certainly didn't go well, but you prevented the worst, and I thank you for it. Here, take this key. By tomorrow you will find adequate compensation in the bank. I will see to it. Now, if you will excuse me, there is much to do.
Yeah.
Monsieur?
What? What the heck happened? Penny? That is... Well, that's the question. Yeah, no one. Just look at it. I've heard stories, but... it is beautiful. $50-50. Yeah, that sounds fair. Anyway, first we need to get out of here. I know a small hideout close to where we anchored when we got here. Come on, follow me. What? Sell it. That could be complicated, at least in this country. I know a lot of people in Kilé, though. I could try to get a ship in that minor town to the east, Duneville. In Kilé, I could sell the Scarabaeus and then send you your cut. Or you could just come with me.
I know, but I could afford a courier by Black Myrid, like the one that brought Ulan here. If we sell the Scarabaeus, we'd be rich. Fine. Then, I'm sorry.
Good evening. Sure. Where to?
They just sit on their asses and hope things settle themselves. Idiots.
Monsieur?
Oh, yes, my sir. Please. God will redeem you for your crime.
Hello.
Hmm? What the? By the name of the sun, this is Morella's idol. Where in blazes did you get that? Phew. I will never be able to sell that in Ark. The entire city is looking for it. Maybe 1,000 pennies. That's all I can give you.
Bloody flesh maggots. They are everywhere.
You... Fine, here. Take this key. You'll find the money in a vault at the bank, probably by tomorrow morning. Now I suggest you get away from here. You were crazy to come to me with that thing anyway.
Malphas's blessings.
A penny, my sir. Please, just one penny.
Yes?